Alright, so picture this. You're a king or a queen in your own country. You have money, power, fame, glory. Anything that you could ever want is in the palm of your hands. People have to do whatever you say. If you want to sleep in, you can. If you want a new Ferrari, you can go and just grab it. If you want a new house, you can go and just grab it. If you want a new spouse, you can go and just grab it. Now, imagine that everything that you hold dear to you has just vanished and you're coming into the world as a newborn baby. That's right, you have just been reincarnated. And then you realize someone killed you. Yo, I'd be pissed as shit. Why did no one tell me about this webtoon? So I've spent the last couple weeks reading this webtoon called The Beginning After the End. And let me say, it is amazing.
Okay, but how did you find out about the beginning after the end if no one told you about it?
So basically, what happened was I was going through YouTube one day because I was trying to figure out what in the world is a solo leveling. And I found this streamer who is freaking hilarious. He took it upon himself to go and read the entire webtoon. Well, for the most part. So YouTube recommended me another video by the same streamer, which was titled The Beginning After the End. And after reading the very first chapter alongside him, it was like, you ever seen Mushoku Tensei? So there are a lot of people who don't like it when you try to compare one anime to another anime, especially they aren't like linked in any way. But like, there is no way you can read that, watch Mushoku Tensei, and not go, I feel like there's some plagiarism going on here. Now, I don't plan on spoiling any story events, but I do recommend, if you have any interest in what I'm about to tell you, read this webtoon. And if you want to experience this the same way that I did, the YouTuber's name is Heavenly Controller. That's Heavenly Controller as in like heaven and then controller. Yeah. So here's a short synopsis. This king, this man who came into power purely based on merit. He wasn't like a prince that became a king. No. He became king based on how well he could fight. So he spends his entire life scrapping niggas and then he dies. It's not exactly explained how he dies in the webtoon. Maybe it's in the light novel, but it's assumed that he was probably poisoned by someone close to him. And yeah, that's what happens to kings these days. So he dies and he reincarnates as a baby, like fresh out the womb baby. Like this isn't like anime where they just get transported to another world and they keep whatever age they're at. No. This nigga goes back to being a toddler. Wait, no, toddler's older. A baby. So he's a baby and the entire story begins to follow him as he basically makes it throughout life. So his old world had some kind of mana chakra system. I'm not sure which it was. But his new world is full of, magic and swords. And it's the same. You've seen it before. But you haven't seen it before. He's not overpowered right off the bat. He wasn't born with like some ridiculous abilities. No. He learned to read. He learned to read. He became stronger by using his old world's systems and bringing them into the new world and trying to learn. It's crazy. One thing I really love about this webtoon, especially in the beginning, is that so he has his parents and his mom and dad, and they're like really into his life. It's like they're like the ideal parents. His mom is always worrying about him. His dad is always boxing him, always teaching him a fight, teaching him to defend himself, teaching him what it means to be a man. Now, little did his dad know that this man was actually a king. He was already twice the man he was. But so they spend a lot of time developing their relationships, especially while he's younger. And then let's just say some things happen. Like I said, I don't want to spoil anything in this video, but I did have an idea where I would go through some of the chapters and like reread them to myself and basically, I don't know if abridging is the right word, but basically like convey it to you guys through my own lens of it makes sense when you see it. it's like a mix of like abridging, summarizing, and reading through the story, like all those into one. If you look at the video that I just put out last week, then it's basically that same way. It's just I'm going to be reading through the webtoon. Now, I really like to incorporate myself into the story, which I'm pretty sure this is universal. Like a lot of people like doing this, but it's like for example, Goku didn't go Super Saiyan. No. I went Super Saiyan. You know what I mean? Like Naruto didn't become the Hokage. We became the Hokage. Like you see where I go with this. So in the story, you know, the main character's name is Arthur. So you know, Arthur didn't beat that one nigga. No. We whipped his. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that was my idea. I'm going to read the story. For the most part, I'm going to be speaking either in the first or third person. It might switch or every 2 seconds. It'll be confusing at first, but like, you know, it'll make sense. It will make sense. I promise. So if you want to see what I did after I reincarnated into this magical world, then, you know, stick around. You know, press the subscribe button, like it. You know what I'm saying? Well, watch out for the next video. It might be out within like a week or two. You know what I'm saying?